Good evening, Reading Fightin Phils fans. Game number 3 on the line between your Reading Fightin Phils and the Akron RubberDucks, the Cleveland Indians AA affiliate. Reading has dropped the past 2 games. There's only been 2 because we had a rainout on Wednesday night that will be made up in a doublehead tomorrow. Last night, Reading got shut out 12-0. 5 home runs from the Akron RubberDucks is really what sealed the deal for the fateful loss. Reading has now gone 14 innings without scoring a run, but the curse about to be broken tonight as they send James MacArthur out on the mound. He'll face off against Logan Allen. MacArthur has been absolutely dominant as of late, so we'll look forward to seeing his start today, finishing up in the dugout as we wait for the Fightin Phils to take the field. It was raining earlier, probably about the 6 to 7 o'clock hour. Nothing hard. The tarp never had to be put on the field. Actually watered the field quite nicely for the grounds crew, I believe. So we're all good. Just a slight drizzle the whole time, and no more rain overhead right now. The sky's actually clearing up and getting a little bit lighter as James MacArthur and the Reading Fightin Phils come onto the mound. We will take a short break, send it down to the field for the playing of the national anthem here at FirstEnergy Stadium prior to our 7:05 pitch time at America's Classic Ballpark.
And now, here tonight is part of the 30th annual Boscov's Berks Jazz Fest. Our performer's musical odyssey has taken him to the top of the contemporary music world as a bassist, band leader, composer, producer, educator, and curator. His performance as a 6-string bassist has been top shelf, as his extensive body of work attests. His latest recording, Live at South, is the latest chapter of a multi-decade career of combining jazz, funk, and soul genres into a tantalizing blend of earthy sophistication. Some of the musical giants he has played with include Grover Washington Jr., Teddy Pendergrass, Miles Davis, Dizzy Gillespie, McCoy Tyner, and Joe Zorno. And you can see him perform several times during the current 30th annual Boscov's Berks Jazz Fest. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome world-renowned jazz musician Gerald Beasley, who will perform our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Gerald Beasley.
Well, a great national anthem performed on the guitar in honor of the Berks County Jazz Fest that is beginning sometime soon. So can't wait for the Berks Jazz Fest to be back here at First in Berks County, and we're getting ready to set up here. James MacArthur out on the mound for the Reading Fightin' Phils. He will be throwing to Jack Conley behind the plate today. It'll be Josh Stephen out left, Matt Kroon in center, and Jalen Ortiz over at right field. Madison Stokes back in the lineup tonight. He'll be at third base. Bryson Stott and Chris Cornelius, the middle infielders, and Luke Miller over at first. Calvis Velez calling the balls and strikes behind the plate tonight as Steve Dushinsky shifts to third, and Emil Jimenez over at first base. MacArthur's last start came against the Richmond Flying Squirrels, went 4 1/3 innings of work, 4 hits, no runs. He struck out 8, which tied his season high, and it actually made 11 1/3 innings straight of scoreless ball from the starter James MacArthur. So we'll see how long he continues that streak as we'll get the start on the mound today. Only went 4 1/3 innings coming off of an injury last month, so they're easing him back into that starting role and how long he's going to be out there. So we should see a little bit longer, more build up here, maybe 5 innings depending on pitch count, depending on how the game is going. But what we've seen out of him his past few starts has been absolutely electric, whether it's been out of the pen or right out of the gate. He's done back-to-back starts after building up and coming out of the bullpen. So his last 2 starts and his last 3 appearances have all been scoreless. And the Fightin' Phils will need some scoreless pitching as they were shut out 12-0 last night. So they'll need to have scoreless pitching on one end, and they'll need to have the bats in motion today. James MacArthur delivers the first pitch at 7:07 p.m., swung on by Stephen Kwan right out to center field. Matt Kroon is there to make the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. Can't be more efficient for James MacArthur there as Brian Rocchio heads up to the plate. Hot in Reading, but not as hot as it was earlier today, 92 degrees. It is cloudy right now, so the sun is not directly overhead. And just a slight breeze. It's going left to right now, 7 miles per hour, and it is pushing inside the ballpark currently. Rocchio takes a first pitch strike here. MacArthur takes a step back, kicks and fires on the mound. Gets the inside corner once again, 0-2. Conley sets up behind the dish. MacArthur, a deep breath, will get a foul ball out of Rocchio, and he'll go again. Rocchio had one of the 5 home runs hit by the RubberDucks yesterday. His was a solo shot, and the 6 also reached 2 other times throughout the game, both on free passes, a walk, and a hit by pitch, as this offering comes down and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And MacArthur misses again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The lights have come on at FirstEnergy Stadium just because the clouds overhead don't want any glare impacting the fielding of the balls. Down and away as Rocchio chases MacArthur. 96 on the scoreboard. Strikeout number 1 for James MacArthur. Out number 2 here in the first. He'll try to get out of the first inning cleanly. He comes into today with a 4.93 ERA, and he's got a 7.20 ERA in the first inning, so he definitely settles in the longer he's out there. So we'll see if he can get out of the first clean. Here's Brian Lavastida, and he takes a first pitch ball. Lavastida played in Tuesday's game, not last night. Ground ball left side. Madison Stokes over to first. It's a little bit up the line, but Luke Miller is going to put the tag on the body himself. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning here for James MacArthur to start things off. We'll head into the Fightin's home half of the first.
The Reading Fightin' Phils birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admissions tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Customers Bank is a proud continued partner of the United Way of Berks County and the Ready, Set, Read initiative. Ready, Set, Read programs focus on improving literacy skills for children from birth through 3rd grade. The Fundamentals of Reading are a community-wide initiative that bring together schools, businesses, organizations, and individuals throughout our area to improve early grade reading success. Customers Bank and the United Way of Berks County are committed to reading success and urge you and your business to support this worthwhile initiative. For more information on Ready, Set, Read and how you can become involved, please visit readysetreadberks.org. And thank you, Customers Bank, for your continued support.
James MacArthur, a quick 1-2-3 inning of work here in the top of the first at FirstEnergy Stadium. A great way for the Fightins to start off this ball game. And heading up to the mound for the Akron RubberDucks today is Logan Allen, a 3.38 ERA in 5 games. 4 of them starts here in AA. 21 1/3 innings pitched as he faces off against the Fightin Phils. Matt Kroon, Bryson Stott, Jalen Ortiz, and Madison Stokes shifting back into that cleanup spot as he re-enters the lineup here today.
Happy 13th birthday, Ethan. Jefferson Wells, Customers Bank. FirstEnergy. Early, your local.
Allen will be throwing to La Vestita behind the plate as Bo Naylor gets the day off. When La Vestita played back on Tuesday night, he was the catcher then. And so we'll get to see him back behind the dish tonight. Scolamero over on left. We saw him pinch hit yesterday. Brennan in center and Stephen Kwan over at first. Will Benson taken out of the game yesterday. Haven't gotten an update about why he was taken out and pinch hit for. Did have an awkward slide into the plate, so maybe that has something to do with it. As the first offering comes in to Matt Kroon for a ball, the second one a called strike. The lefty kicks and fires to Matt Kroon in the dirt. 2-1. Fermin over at third, Rocchio and Monasterio, the middle infielders, and Marcos Gonzalez is going to remain at first base. Two balls, 2 strikes here. Allen kicks and fires. Kroon chases a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Out number 1 here in the bottom of the first as Bryson Stott heads up to the plate. Settles into the lefty batter's box. Happy National Left-Handers Day to all of you Southpaws out there. Quite a few of them on the team. Bryson Stott bats lefty. Josh Steven as well. Colby Fitch not in the lineup today. And then a couple of pitchers. Maybe we'll see some in relief today. Foul ball bounces off of the TV booth. There's a race for it, and that's strike number 1. Fly ball out to left, tracking back. Scolamero on the run. Bryson Stott jacks knocks one over the fence in left field to start the scoring here at FirstEnergy Stadium. His 6th of the season. High five Sean Williams as he comes home for Reading's first run of the night, and that ends the scoreless streak right then and there. Got no worries as Bryson Stott smacks a home run here in the bottom of the first to put Reading up 1-0. Here's Jalen Ortiz now with 1 out and 1 run already crossing the plate. Ortiz fouls one back. The count is 1-1. Very electric fans here at FirstEnergy Stadium on this Friday night ball game. Ortiz fouls another one back behind home plate. Another big home run hitter, Jalen Ortiz, 21 on the season from his time in High A Jersey Shore and now here at FirstEnergy Stadium. He'll send one high in the sky. This one not deep enough as the shortstop Rocchio backs up into the outfield grass edge, and that'll be out number 2.
The third baseman, number 15, Madison Stokes.
Here's Madison Stokes now. He had the night off yesterday, so well, actually, he was supposed to have the night off on Wednesday. Everybody had the night off Wednesday as we got rained out, but manager Sean Williams went with the same lineup for yesterday. So Stokes got the night off, and he'll be back in action today at the hot corner. Matt Kroon looked really good over at third yesterday. A couple of guys, Kroon and Stokes, that can really play all over the diamond. And he'll foul it back. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Reading leads by a run, though, as they dress as the Los Luchadores de Reading in favor of the Copa tradition going on here in minor league baseball. So they've got those Luchadores black jersey with the yellow cap sleeved and the mask logo on the front, as well as the black caps with the logo as well. Stokes takes an offering outside as the count evens 2-2. And they'll rock the home white pants. The Luchadores de Reading meant to honor all of the culture and tradition of the historic Latin community here in Reading. 74% Hispanic and Latino population here in the city of Reading, as well as their contributions to the game of baseball. And that's become a really special thing that we do here at FirstEnergy Stadium. You can find Reading Mayor Eddie Moran rocking one of those Los Luchadores jerseys around the ballpark tonight. Akron out in their road grays as Stokes fouls one up the third baseline. And another one back behind the dish. Allen working quickly here as he throws a ball to Stokes. A full count now with 2 outs on the board. Wind is now pushing slightly out of the ballpark, though not by much. As Stokes steps in the back part of the righty batter's box, the payoff pitch way upstairs, and Reading is going to get a runner on first now with 2 outs on the board.
The left fielder, number 10, Josh Stevens.
So the lefty Allen will be able to have a good vantage point on Stokes. Instead, he's going to come home to Josh Stevens, who chases the first pitch he sees. 0-1 count. 2 outs on the board, though. The Bryson Stott home run put up a run here for Reading in the bottom of the first. They lead by 1. And a foul tip there by Josh Stephen makes it 0-2. Stokes taking a nice lead out on first. He's being held on by Marcos Gonzalez. Takes a couple steps as Josh Stephen takes ball number 1. Allen coming home once again down and away for ball number 2. Allen coming home once again. A good frame by Lavastida behind the dish, but just doesn't get the call he's looking for at the knees. And Steven, who was down 0-2, has now put himself in a full count position with a runner on and 2 outs. Fightins are looking for more than 1 run here in the bottom of the first. Stokes is going as Josh Stephen chases strike number 3. So that'll be that here in the bottom of the first. But Reading scores a run off of Bryson Stott's homer, and they lead by 1 in the top of the second.
Gear up for the Fightin' Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phils team store at FirstEnergy Stadium, or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selection of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading hot dog gear, plus throwback black R-Trains R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
The Reading Fightin' Phils, in conjunction with Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays, are proud to partner with the eXp Realty Group throughout the 2021 season. Visit their convenient website at brgpa.com. The custom search bar makes house hunting online easier than ever, and their talented team of agents is here to answer all your questions. Call them today at 610-926-8610. eXp Realty Group is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils at all 7 Savage 61 Fiesta Friday games during the 2021 season. eXp Realty Group, where every move matters.
Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs.
MacArthur back on the mound for the Reading Fightin' Phils here in the top of the second. MacArthur needed just 9 pitches to get out of the top of the first, while Allen needed 26. So he's off to a very good start here as he got down the RubberDucks 1-2-3 in the first. And we'll start it off with the heavy hitter Andrew Monasterio here in the top of the second. MacArthur is going to start him off with a called strike. Out to center field. Kroon tracking back at the warning track. He'll watch it sail over the fence as Andrew Monasterio jacks his 6th of the season, or the 7th of the season, excuse me, and ties this ball game up at 1 apiece here in the second. Solo shots on either side. Even this ball game out on 1. That was the 50th RBI of the season from Monasterio, which is pretty impressive there as he is high up in the league, the number 8 spot in RBIs, and a lot of those guys who are above him are now in AAA. Pretty impressive there from the cleanup hitter of the RubberDucks. MacArthur now going to have to go after Will Brennan with nobody out. Brennan does not have a home run on the season. Ground ball over to Cornelius, on to first. There's one away.
The designated hitter, number 12, Bo Naylor.
Bo Naylor, who was catching last night, will play as the designated hitter tonight. Naylor 1 for 5 yesterday. Probably had the lightest day up at the plate comparatively. But he'll get a break from being behind the plate tonight. Just offensive action for the designated hitter as he takes a first pitch ball and fouls the second offering he sees up on the roof. Up the first baseline into Reading's bullpen. Somebody's got a glove on down there while he's just sitting on the bench. A nice play is made, and that's strike number 2. MacArthur kicks and fires home. Good frame by Jack Conley as there's some chirping in the stands over the called ball, and the count evens 2-2. Another foul ball by Naylor keeps him alive. That foul ball presented by Pennsylvania Insurance Fraud Authority. Don't be a weasel. Don't commit insurance fraud here in Pennsylvania. You can visit don'tbeaweasel.com today as Bo Naylor strikes out on an off-speed pitch by James MacArthur. Strikeout number 2 for James. And out number 2 in this half inning, here's Jose Fermin. Jose Fermin was batting in the number 9 spot the past 2 games, which I was surprised about. And I guess after hitting 2 home runs in this series so far, so a home run in either game that he's played, that's enough to move up a couple spots in the lineup. So today he'll be batting in the number 7 spot as he takes a first pitch strike from MacArthur. Fly ball. And it's going to rope itself into foul territory. Ortiz came over, but just ran out of real estate. And here's the 0-2 from MacArthur upstairs, so we'll have to go again. Sun is peeking out from somewhere. Maybe back behind the ballpark. I can see it coming in. It's actually turned out to be a really nice night. The rain cooled things off just a tad, so it's not sweltering. And a slight breeze here in Reading as Fermin fouls another one back. The count stays 1-2. Liner right up the middle, deflected by Chris Cornelius, so it doesn't make its way into the outfield, but it makes its way far enough from Cornelius that Fermin will continue this inning with a base hit. And there is a runner on now with 2 outs here as Marcos Gonzalez steps up to the plate. What's weird is that in the past 2 games, Fermin's only other hits have been home runs. He's went 1 for 4 both times, and both times they've been 2-run home runs. And this is his first hit in a series that is not a long ball, as he gets a base knock here in the top of the 2nd with 2 outs on the board. MacArthur going for the pickoff attempt, but sliding back is Fermin. And Gonzalez patiently waiting up at the plate with a 1-0 count. Conley is going to check on the runner at first. The pitch came in a strike, then the catcher threw it down to Miller. But once again, Fermin sliding back in safely. Called strike as Conley frames it on the outside corner. 1-2 now with 2 outs on the board. MacArthur a strike away from getting out of this inning with a tied ball game. And a called strike 3 will ring up Gonzalez as Jack Conley was away from the plate before the call was even made. He knew it, so that will end the inning. We've got a tie ball game here at 1 as we head into Reading's home half of the second.
What does it mean to bank locally with Tompkins? It means keeping your money in your community with a team of neighbors to guide you through big decisions and milestones. Plus all the convenience of our mobile app where you can manage your account, deposit checks remotely, send money to family and friends, even turn your card off if it gets misplaced, then back on when you find it. Ready to bank locally with the team at Tompkins? Visit Tompkins Vist Bank online or at a branch to get started. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Copa de la Diversión is an initiative of MILB which creates alternate identities for teams across the country wishing to better reach out to their Latino communities. The new identity represents more than a luchador. Luchar means to fight for, and luchador translates to fighter. But it also signifies a specific type of fighter, a masked wrestler. The mask logo pays tribute to some of the most notable elements of the city of Reading. Embodied in the luchador's masks is Reading's pagoda, surrounded by 23 sun rays representing the Latin American countries and Puerto Rico. Down the bridge of the nose is Reading's fire tower. Home plate serves as a luchador's mouth, with FirstEnergy Stadium's facade creating the upper lip. Below the chin are train tracks, symbolic of the historic Reading Railroad. And along the side are baseball seams, a nod to Baseball Town's rich history. Fans can look forward to the R-Phils players suiting up in Los Luchadores de Reading caps and jerseys on specific games throughout the season.
Round of applause for the Brooks Packing Crazy Hot Dog Vendor. Now batting for Los Luchadores, stay ready. The designated hitter, number 3, Granny.
Well, Bryson Stott had a solo shot in the bottom of the first, and then Andrew Monasterio in the top of the second. So we're all tied up at 1. Granny Kumana, though, up at the plate here to try and change that here in the bottom of the second. He'll take a pitch outside from Logan Allen. Kumana pops this one up on the right side, coming over the first baseman, but it's going to bounce on the wrong side of the cattle herder. And that's strike number 1. Another foul ball from Kumana makes the count 1-2. Sun's starting to peek in, is really heavy on the pool area and the right field grandstand. If you've been to FirstEnergy Stadium, you know what I'm talking about. Not so much on the field. Doesn't look like any of the players to be affected by that. And Kumana takes the ball down and away. The count 2-2. Pokes it up the first baseline. A liner gets over the head of the jumping Gonzalez. And Granny Kumana will start this half inning off with a base hit as Luke Miller steps up to the plate. Over on first, Granny Kumana. Here in the bottom of the second, the R-Phils would like to regain their lead. They had it for not very long, couldn't be more than 5 minutes. After Monasterio tied it up in the top of the second, Luke Miller chases a pitch upstairs, strike number 1. The lefty, Allen, is going to have to pitch out of the stretch for the second time today. Looks over at the runner. He'll come home to Miller, strike number 2. Miller holds off on a pitch downstairs, but it ends up being called strike number 3 as he turns to say some words to Kelvis Velez behind the plate as he walks back to the dugout. And I wonder if that was just him giving a warning to Velez. Just pointed at Luis Martinez over at first and Sean Williams at third as Miller walked back into the dugout. I don't know what that means, actually. But anyways, the strikeout on the board. And here's Chris Cornelius now. Cornelius a double in last night's game, one of just 5 hits so far. Allen's going to come home. Cornelius chases. The ball gets away from Lavastida, but he's able to keep it in front of him enough that Kumana remains on first. And just one out on the board as the Fightin' Phils are tied with the RubberDucks here 1-1 in the bottom of the second inning here in Baseball Town. And Allen comes home way upstairs. Cornelius holds off, ball number 2. After Cornelius will be the number 9 hitter, Jack Conley. And Cornelius knew he should have swung at that. He was already out of the box with a called strike 3 before Velez even made the motion. Shaking his head as he walks back to the dugout. Back-to-back strikeout looking from Logan Allen. Makes 2 outs. And with a runner on first, here is Jack Conley. Conley had the night off yesterday, but did play in Tuesday night's game where he walked and grounded into a double play. He'll take a first pitch ball here. A short roster and a short bench for Reading. They're rocking with 25 guys as Adam Leverett is going to get the start in Lehigh Valley today, I believe, or at least pitch at some moment. But I can confirm that he's starting today. A tough start against a Luis Severino rehab. They call up the young kid from Double-A to get the spot start. So I'll update you on how that goes as Jack Conley holds off on 3 straight balls. Allen is in danger of putting another runner on base. He'll look over at Kumana on first, but he's going to come home the 3-0 inside. It's going to be a called strike to Jack Conley. So 25 guys on the roster and just 2 players on the bench. Oscar Gonzalez, who is the 3rd catcher, and Colby Fitch, who is the 2nd catcher. So 2 catchers on the bench today. Conley chases a 90-mile-an-hour fastball from Allen for strike number 2. And with 2 outs on the board and a runner on first, there's a full count. Here to the man up at the plate. Allen, glove at the waist. Now will come home. The payoff pitch fouled back. Rennie Kumana was going, but he'll have to go back. Kumana ready to go with 2 outs. He's already going. Conley pokes it the other way. Quan coming over. He'll make the catch overhead for out number 3. And Reading is going to strand a runner on base here in the second. So we'll go into the third tied at 1.
Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to a ball game every Sunday home game at FirstEnergy Stadium. Sundays are Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Classic Harley-Davidson. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $50 when purchased in advance. Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long here at FirstEnergy Stadium. The Fightins feature special post-game concerts throughout the entire season with more live music than anywhere else in Berks County. Each post-game concert features $1 off St. Boniface Brewing and live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's post-game concerts thanks to St. Boniface Brewing. From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Son. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
We're back in action here in the top of the third. James MacArthur for another inning of work as we're all knotted up at 1 run and 2 hits apiece. And I have a very special guest on the air with me tonight, Angel from the Berks County Latino Chamber, and you're also the CEO of iLead. So first, you founded the Latino Chamber. How did you even get the idea to do that around here?
So this was back in roughly about 2004, and at the time I was a young elected official, very much engaged and involved in wanting Latino entrepreneurship to surface, and I was very much involved with the Berks County Chamber, and I sat on the minority committee. And at the time, if you knew anything of what was happening in 2004, there was this huge economic tsunami happening with the Latino community, and I said, I think we need our own chamber. And so here we are, 14 years later, having our own chamber.
Wow, 14 years, that's incredible. So how has it grown in that amount of time?
It's been pretty sporadic, to be frank with you. We've had, some turnover in leadership, and every time you get a new board chair, they have different ideas. And so when I got back involved, to be very transparent, my wife, Izamak, is the vice chair, and she was expressing some concerns. And I said, I need to get back on the board to give it back beyond of why we built the chamber. It's for our members to let them know that we have a voice, not just in local government, but in state and federal government, and helping them facilitating procurement process. So that's the history. It's been somewhat strong in the last 2 years, and with partnerships like this with the Fighting Phils, it makes us even stronger.
Well, that's great to hear that you're keeping everything organized and making sure it's really helpful for the members, because that seems like what the main goal is. That
Absolutely,
has a voice.
it is for again, if you lose sight of your members, then you're losing sight of the mission of the chamber. And of course, we have fun things like for Hispanic Heritage Month, we're doing our big Hispanic festival September 26th. 2 years ago, we drew about 20,000 people on Penn Street. Yeah, so you guys got to come out on Penn Street, come out, dance some salsa. This year, we're having it at City Park in town, so we're going to have a lot of vendors. We're having the Puerto Rican parade, and all of this is done by the Berks County Latino Chamber in conjunction with my company as well.
Wow, it sounds like you've got a lot going on. So a soft fly ball allows Scolomero to reach, and then Stephen Kwan with a bunt pushes over Scolomero. So some traffic on the base paths here for MacArthur as there's 2 on, nobody out. Brian Rocchio up at the plate. So you mentioned your other company, iLead. You're the CEO there. What's that all about there?
So I'm currently the CEO of the educational division. We have our other CEO, David Castro. So we are a regional social entrepreneurship nonprofit. And iLead Inc. has been around for about 20 years now. And our mission is to go into distressed communities and rebuild them by education. And we do this in a few ways. We have a collaboration with Hartman College where adults could actually come to us and get their associate's degree. We also have the HiSET program, which is for those young adults or even older adults that have not completed their high school equivalency. They come to our facilities at 540 Upland Avenue at Arverni University and get their high school equivalency. So it's gratifying work to see someone earn a high school diploma and then transition into our college program, and we're just changing lives because, as you know, obviously COVID has taught a lot of people about college and the importance of it. And what I've found that if you have a college degree, you're much more likely to be employable versus those that don't have a degree. So that's sort of the world of iLead.
Yeah, that sounds incredible. It sounds like you're really helping people of all ages kind of really accomplish something.
Absolutely, and we've been doing this for quite some time now. And it's people from all walks of life. I mean, we have locations not just in Reading, but in Chester and Philadelphia, Upper Darby, Norristown. So we're pretty regional nonprofit organization, and it's great work to see someone get their. Just last Friday, someone passed their last HiSET exam, and to see their Kool-Aid smile and getting. Now I'm gonna get my high school diploma. Now I can go to college. It's definitely life-changing.
That's awesome. Well, Brian Rocchio belted a 3-run shot out to right field. So it is 4-1 now as we break the tie. Brian Lavacita, though, follows it up with a ground ball over to the shortstop, kind of splintered his bat there. But it's finally 1 out on the board from MacArthur. It's really all about the long ball in this series, as all the runs have been hit by homers as the RubberDucks lead 4-1. So it's nice that you guys can join us on our Los Luchadores de Reading Fiesta Fridays night, because that's really where we try to embrace that culture of Reading as well.
Right. No, absolutely. And I'll tell you, the Fighting Phils have done a great job. Anthony has been phenomenal. It's our relationship with him that keeps us going. And Izamak just told me that this is our 8th consecutive year doing this. We believe in the stadium. We believe in the people and the management and all of you. But also it draws, right, the largest demographic. I mean, the U.S. Census just came out, and now Reading is the 4th largest city in the state. Beating Erie. So Erie's kind of upset. and so jokingly I say, well, that's what happens when you get a Latino mayor. We know how to procreate. we know how to create a lot of people, and the population went from 81,000 to like 98, 99,000. That's counting. There's a lot of people that weren't counted, but right. So we're excited about that, and that's why this is an important venue for us to really promote and get more Latinos to come out and enjoy this beautiful venue.
Well, I would love that for sure, and I know I unfortunately wasn't here for this, but you guys were here when we retired Roberto Clemente back in 2019. What was that? That was
well, he was here, Roberto Clemente Jr. I, believe it or not, I was in charge of the Roberto Clemente Foundation with Luis Clemente years ago.
Wow.
And so when I was on city council, we actually named the 3rd and Spruce Park Roberto Clemente Field. So if you go to 3rd and Spruce, you'll see a Roberto Clemente monument, and if you dust off the dirt, you'll see Councilman Angel Figueroa and others.
Wow, I have to look for
that was fun. And so we actually, my experience, we took kids from Reading to play in the Roberto Clemente World Series in Puerto Rico with Luis Clemente, and that was a great experience to see that happening. And that was a 5-year partnership, but that was fun stuff. So
that's awesome. Well, MacArthur records a strikeout here for out number 2, his 4th of the game, and with 2 outs here is Will Brennan. So you seem to have a lot of ties all over the community. Have you lived here your whole life?
I have not. I married into a big family.
Oh my gosh, and you've really made your mark.
I did.
Reading.
You know, it's a personal my wife's grandfather is the founder of Daniel Torres Hispanic Center. So, you know, in his dying days, you know, he made us commit that we're going to keep that activism torch alive and strong. You know, so I'm not from Reading. I'm from Jersey City, but this is where I've raised my daughters. My wife is from here. So it's definitely home for me now, you know.
That's awesome. Well, it was really nice to meet you. MacArthur gets out of the inning with another strikeout, but the RubberDucks lead 4-1, and Angel on the air with me. I appreciate you joining.
Thank you so much, Emily. Thank you.
From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Sons. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable quality hauling, disposal, and recycling service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Hispanic and Latino culture during 7 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61's Fiesta Fridays, presented by Alex Patanzas of eXp Realty, Humane Pennsylvania, Supportive Concepts for Families, Children's Home of Reading, and Mao Beer. Fiesta Fridays features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural events throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL or visiting us at the Weidenhammer ticket office at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
Well, it's been a game of long balls here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Always knew it was a hitter's park, but wow. All of the runs today coming from home runs. Bryson Stott's solo shot in the first is Reading's only run. And then Andrew Monasterio had a solo shot, and Brian Rocchio had a 3-run homer as well back in the last half inning. And we are back in the bottom of the third. Reading trying to regain some ground right now. We'll start it off with the top of the order in Matt Kroon. Gets a foul up the third base line. Runs it all the way out to first after they point it foul. And so he'll take a moment to walk back up to the plate. Here is Reading trails by 3 in the bottom of the third inning. James MacArthur picked out strikeout numbers 4 and 5 in the top half. And Matt Kroon takes another strike, so the count is 1-2. And that'll be strike number 3 as he goes down swinging for the second time today. And here's Bryson Stott, 1 for 1, obviously, with that home run. And one away here as Stott heads up to the plate. Yesterday, he had one of Reading's 5 hits and a 2-hit day back on Tuesday night. He'll take a first pitch strike here at the hands of Logan Allen. Foul ball from Bryson Stott makes the count 0-2. Now Allen, this is his first professional season since he was drafted in 2020. out of FIU in the second round last year. So there were only 5 rounds. So he was up there. He was in the second. So this is his first professional season. Started in High A Lake County and then joined Akron on July 2nd. The 0-2 to Stott, another foul ball. And he'll continue on. So spent most of the season right at that, all-star break area. Not really a break here in minor league baseball, but joined the AA affiliate around that time. And was very, very effective in High A, a 1.58 ERA. Had 5 wins there, and very impressive keeping opponents average to 200. Has been just a starter since joining the Indians. And interestingly enough, the Indians have another Logan Allen in their minor league system. He is in AAA, and after he got drafted, the younger Logan Allen said that they talked after the draft, and it could be some real fun if they ever end up both on the Indians together or in the same level at some time. Something to market there. As Stott keeps this at-bat alive, another foul ball back. There was someone else who was drafted this season with the same name. I'm blanking on who it was, but I know someone that would probably remember. Stott, another foul ball, will continue this at-bat. Max Muncy comes to mind. Maybe there's 2 Max Muncies out there. I can't quite remember. But after all of that, Bryson Stott will strike out 7 pitches. He fouled off 5 of the 7. And he falls to Logan Allen, the younger Allen. Max Muncy was correct. There is another Max Muncy that was drafted this year. So the Oakland Athletics selected the other Max Muncy. So I find that interesting. Don't know if you do. But there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the third now for Jalen Ortiz, who popped out to short in his first time up. The sky actually beautiful here after the sun is beginning to set in Reading, Pennsylvania. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Jalen Ortiz. Ortiz stays alive, fouls that pitch back. Strikeout number 6 there for Allen. As Ortiz fighting him off, trying to keep this inning going. Reading down by 3. And he will strike out the side. This one will be a caught looking as Ortiz, a little bit annoyed up at the plate, flips his bat in frustration. And that'll end the third. So Akron will retain their 4-1 lead as we go into the fourth.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Congratulations, you won 4 tickets to the August 22nd Philly Fanatic Day. That's today's White Star Fight the Fightins game, and happy 10th birthday, Matthew. Way to go.
Well, James MacArthur is going to come back on here for the 4th inning. He's thrown 50 pitches to get through 3, Allen 65, but his team has only given him 1 run of support. He has allowed 2 home runs here for 4 runs on 5 hits, Reading 1 run on 2 hits right now. And Bo Naylor, the designated hitter, is going to start things off against MacArthur. Stokes is playing in, but on the first offering, Naylor goes right up the middle for a base hit. And for the 3rd straight inning, Akron going to start off their inning with a base knock. Here's Jose Fermin, who's 1 for 1 today. One ball, no strikes. The wind pushing left to right now. And they've got a runner on first. The righty MacArthur doesn't have a very good vantage point. This one's roped down the 3rd base line, but it's foul. MacArthur will take a second to look back behind him at Bo Naylor on first. Naylor has to dive back, but it's in time. Sun almost set here. It's 8:01 right now at the ballpark. I know that we're getting closer to the sunset time at the 8 o'clock hour. Officially 8:03 sunset here in Reading. Probably 1 or 2 more nights where it sets after 3, but should stay light for at least about another half hour here at the ballpark, as MacArthur misses 2 balls, 1 strike now. Fermin in the righty batter's box will hold off on a pitch inside, 3-1. Naylor takes just about 1 shuffle away from first. Infield playing straight up. Pretty good gap, though, for Fermin if he can poke it the other way. Runner is going. This is going to be a foul ball. And Naylor's going to have to come back. That's strike number 2. A full count here to Jose Fermin. With nobody out in the top of the 4th. Reading trails by 3. They're hoping to keep it that way and try to get back up to bat with the heart of their order in the bottom half. Naylor going again. Here's the throw from Conley. It's in the perfect position to Chris Cornelius, who swipes the tag. But he's safe at second. They will get the strikeout. They won't get the throw him out, but MacArthur picks up strikeout number 6 here today, out number 1 in the bottom of the 4th. Marcos Gonzalez will step in the righty batter's box. Just one of 2 players already, or one of 3 players already in the starting 9 not to get a base hit, as all 6 of the RubberDucks' current hits have come from different batters. Gonzalez takes the first pitch ball. Called strike on the outside corner as the wind really settling down to almost nothing. The flag down at the pole right now in center field. I know that's been helpful in the home runs happening. Gonzalez fouls this back. The count 1-2 now. We'll check around the league. Clearwater and Tampa played game 1 of a doubleheader. Tampa took that 6-0. And Jersey Shore leading Hudson Valley 2-1. They're in the top of the 4th in Hudson Valley. And Lehigh had started in a rain delay, so they're just about set to begin in the top of the 1st. And Philadelphia playing against the Reds today. They're down by 3 in the top of the 4th thanks to a Joey Votto homer. And it's Zach Wheeler who was on the mound for the Phillies, as Philadelphia still sits atop of the NL East. 3 balls, 2 strikes here to Marco Gonzalez with a runner on second and just 1 away. MacArthur out of the stretch. Stands tall, glove at the waist. He'll kick and fire home. And a called strike 3 as Gonzalez is caught looking for the 2nd time today. The 7th strikeout from James MacArthur, as he seems to really fallen back in comfortably. And here's Clark Scolamero now with a runner in scoring position and 2 away. He's 1 for 1 today, scored on that home run back in the 3rd. MacArthur getting the cheers from the Fightin' Phils game. The fans are loud and proud today as he gets a called strike for his first offering to the number 9 hitter. Outside, good catch by Conley. Got to make sure nothing gets past him. Yesterday we saw a strikeout with a wild pitch that allowed a runner to reach, and because that was not out number 3, the inning continued for Sir Anthony Dominguez, and he allowed back-to-back home runs, which, didn't help the cause. MacArthur misses outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Righty on lefty matchup with a runner on second. There's 2 outs. A big strike number 2. MacArthur still reaching mid-90s, 93. Looking back at second, MacArthur will come home with the 2-2 and get strikeout number 3. He strikes out the side here and strands a runner on second. That is his 8th strikeout. That ties his season high here in the 4th. And as we head into the 5th, Akron, or as we head into the bottom half, Reading will get a chance to bat, down by 3.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on all the great work that ROG Orthodontics provides. ROG Orthodontics and the Reading Fightin Phils, two great hometown partners.
Trails by 3 here in the bottom of the 4th, but they'll send the heart of their lineup up with Madison Stokes to lead things off, then Josh Stephen and Grenny Kumana. Now in the bottom of the 3rd, Allen struck out the side, but then James MacArthur did the same thing on the top of the 4th, this game being kept competitive here. In the bottom of the 4th, Reading trying to chip away at Akron's lead. So Stokes, who walked back in the 1st, is going to start things off. Stokes deep to left field, tracking back is Scolamero, and a solo shot for Madison Stokes, his 9th of the season, cuts Akron's lead in half. That traveled right into the boardwalk. In the picnic area at FirstEnergy Stadium, Madison Stokes puts Reading's 2nd run on the board tonight. They trail 4-2. What a way to start off a half inning. And all of Madison Stokes' home runs this season have occurred at FirstEnergy Stadium, which is honestly crazy to me. This is a ballpark he loves to play in. So here's Josh Stephen, as Allen doesn't have an out here in the bottom of the 4th. Stephen struck out swinging in his first at-bat. He'll take a ball and a strike. He goes out to left center field. A diving Scolamero comes up with it. A big play by the left fielder to make out number 1.
The designated hitter, number 3, Grenny Kumana.
And here's Grenny Kumana. He had a base hit back at the 2nd, but was stranded on 1st. So we'll see what he could do here, as he's the designated hitter tonight, getting a night off from the playing field. And he'll take strike number 1. Got a lot of room up the middle as Rocchio shaded a bit more towards 3rd base. Wind is starting to pick up again out to center field, which will help the Fightins' bats. Kumana fouls a pitch into himself, 0-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th, and still all of the runs today have come on homers. 2 solo shots from Reading, and a solo shot and a 3-run blast from Akron. Way high from Logan Allen. That'll be ball number 1. Kumana right into the glove of the 2nd baseman Monasterio, and that is a quick out number 2.
Number 2, Luke Miller.
Here's Luke Miller with 2 away. Miller struck out looking back in the 2nd. Had a couple of words to say to Kelvis Velez behind the plate. I always feel like that must be so awkward, especially for catchers. when you get into an argument with the umpire and you got to come back out. Miller takes a called strike. Reading had a lot of fun in batting practice today. They actually played a game. They split up into 2 teams, and each hit, depending on where it landed, was counted for a different amount of points. And so even the pitchers participated, so it was awesome to see. Some of the pitchers have really good bats, which if you play in the NL like the Phillies do, very important. Fly ball out to right will end the inning. So we'll talk a little bit more about that after. But Reading cuts the Akron RubberDucks lead in half, 4-2, as we head into the 5th at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Phils know who to recycling's a proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons, the industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
It's summer. Time to trade hibernation for liberation. Couch time for tan lines. The sunshine and good times are waiting, so it's time to go the distance in a car you can depend on. Kia, backed by our 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Summer's calling. How will you answer? Kia, movement that inspires. Hurry into your local Kia dealer today for great deals on our exciting lineup of vehicles built for summer.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty program refers to a limited powertrain warranty. See retailer for warranty details.
Here at FirstEnergy Stadium, Reading with a solo shot thanks to Madison Stokes in the bottom of the 4th makes this ball game Akron 4, Reading 2. James MacArthur is out on the mound, though. He has 68 pitches to his name. Not sure how long they're going to let him go, as there is someone warming in the bullpen right now. Might be still on kind of a pitch count limit, but we'll see if he can get through the 5th. He's tied his season high with 8 strikeouts, so we'll see if he can get 9 to eclipse that, as he will face off against the top of the order, Stephen Kwan, who's 1 for 2 today. A called strike number 2 makes the count 1-2. And here's the offering by MacArthur. Chasing is Stephen Kwan. That is strikeout number 9, a season high for James MacArthur. And there is out number 1 for MacArthur here in the top of the 5th. And that is actually going to be a career professional high from James MacArthur, 9 strikeouts. Here he's got 4 1/3 innings of work under his belt. And so if he gets another out, that will be a start high for him in a long time. And he will, as a ground ball to Chris Cornelius is sent to first, a quick 2 outs. And here's the catcher, Brian Lavastida. MacArthur just needed 5 pitches to get 2 outs here, so just above 70. Logan Allen, 77 through 4, but the Indians give their pitchers a little bit more leeway as quite possible we might see him throw near to 100 pitches. MacArthur gets a first pitch strike to Lavastida. The righty kicks and fires home. Strike number 2, 96 still from James MacArthur. Feel like he's increased his velocity as we've gone along here. He's looked very good out on the mound. The Philadelphia's number 28 prospect, and Lavastida stays alive with a foul ball. It's been there all season, has not dropped off on the prospect list, and has battled back really well from injury. And he kicks and fires the 0-2. He checks his swing. Does he go around? No. And that'll be ball number 1. Two outs here in the top of the 5th. MacArthur looking for a 1-2-3 inning, but he'll send a ball upstairs to Lavastida 2-2. And he'll come home to 2-2. Strike number 3. 96 from James MacArthur. A swing and miss from Lavastida. And that is strikeout number 10 from James MacArthur as he gets out of the inning quickly. 1-2-3 go the Akron RubberDucks, and he'll put Reading right back up to bat, down by 2 in the bottom of the 5th.
One has separated a nurse fall down, resulting in our friends that can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Humane Pennsylvania throughout the 2021 season. Humane Pennsylvania is the region's premier leader in animal welfare and empowers the people in our communities to increase their capacity to care for animals so that all animals are safe, healthy, and treated humanely. Humane Pennsylvania is proud to be a Fiesta Friday and Bark in the Park sponsor. Learn more about Humane Pennsylvania and how you can help build the best community anywhere to be an animal by visiting humanepa.org.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Please welcome tonight's first key junior PA announcer, Chris.
Well, James MacArthur set down the RubberDucks 1-2-3 in the bottom of the, or in the top of the 5th, I should say, for 10 strikeouts, and that'll probably be it for him. Although we'll have to see in the top of the 6th. But Reading back up to bat. They trail by 2 here as they've kept this game real tight. And it's Chris Cornelius who's going to lead things off in the bottom of the 6th. One ball, 2 strikes here to Chris Cornelius. And that'll be strike 3 as he chases off of Allen. 2 strikeouts today for Chris Cornelius, and out number 1 for Logan Allen. His 8th strikeout, a big strikeout day all around on either side. And there's one away now for Jack Conley. Conley fouls back the first pitch he sees. Allen comes home. Conley sends this one high in the sky. Scalamero out and left. Barely takes a step. Sticks his glove in the air. That's out number 2. Back to the top of the order for Reading with Matt Kroon. He's got a pair of strikeouts to his name. But he'll look to change that as he heads up to the righty batter's box. So talking earlier about the game they were playing in batting practice clearly paid off as the offense has been rolling tonight. 2 runs off of 2 home runs, 3 total hits. They've held their own against the RubberDucks right now. And pitchers were playing in that contest, and Hans Krause absolutely rocketed a ball to right center field over the fence, and the team went nuts for him. He's actually seems like, starting to settle in really well here in Reading. Must have been such a big transition, especially coming from the West Coast, as Kroon sends the ball deep to center field. Brennan chasing back. It'll bounce off of the wall. Kroon is going to hold up at second, and he'll keep this inning rolling. A double. With 2 outs here, Matt Kroon has got himself into scoring position now, his 4th of the season, and Reading has a chance to make some trouble with a runner on and 2 away. Here's Bryson Stott. Stott will settle in the lefty batter's box. He's already had a home run off of Allen, and there is some action now in Akron's bullpen. Allen will look back at second. Now will come home. Stott swings and misses, 0-1. Akron, 4 runs on 6 hits. Reading, 2 runs on 4 hits. Nobody's made an error in the field. And Allen pitching out of the stretch now. Stott pokes it the opposite way, but it's foul. And that's strike number 2. Here's the offering from Allen upstairs. Stott holds off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. With 2 outs, Kroon running on anything. Probably going to take a pretty sizable lead with his speed on the base paths. Try to score from second, depending on what Stott does here. Here's the 1-2. Sends it high in the sky out to right center field. And Brennan is in to make the catch, so that'll end the inning as Reading strands a base runner going into the top of the 6th. We'll see who comes in to pitch as Reading trails by 2.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Mao Beer throughout the 2021 season. Mao Beer and Mao Cinco Estrellas Lager, which is available in the Stadium Plaza Bar, has 128 amazing years of brewing history. Founded in 1890 in Spain, Mao Beer has always been there to satisfy the most demanding taste buds. Make sure to pick up Mao Beer and Mao Cinco Estrellas Lager at FirstEnergy Stadium at our Plaza Bar throughout the 2021 season and at your local retailer. Mao Beer is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils and all 2021 Fiesta Friday celebration games. Mao Beer, the 5-star taste and the quintessential beer from Madrid. Please drink responsibly.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly, professional staff members are available to answer your questions and listen to your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership at Pottsville Pike today. Fastball, curveball, slider, it's the pitcher's grips that make the difference. And when it comes to cornering, braking, and traction, CJ's Tires and Automotives can improve your car's grip with a new set of Hankook tires. Hankook tires are known for great handling and reliability mile after mile. Together, Hankook Tires and CJ's are your winning team. So whatever your vehicle needs, an oil change, state inspection, brakes, alignments, or Hankook Tires, trust CJ's Tires and Automotives in Fairless Hills. CJ Tires and Automotives. They really are better, faster, and more affordable.
Now batting for the RubberDucks, the second baseman, number 6, Andrew Monasterio.
Well, James MacArthur is going to hand the ball over to Nick Lackney as Reading makes a call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen. And MacArthur will finish with 5 innings of work, 4 hits, 6 runs, and a career-high 10 strikeouts. As he hands the ball over to Lackney, Reading is down by 2 runs. And we'll see what the long reliever can do. MacArthur sat down the RubberDucks 1-2-3 in the 5th, and it'll be a tough start for Lackney as he'll face one of the biggest bats in the Akron lineups with Andrew Monasterio. And he's going to end up walking him on 4 straight balls, so a runner on first with nobody out here for the RubberDucks.
Number 7, Will Brennan.
Lackney looks over at first. Now he's going to come home. The pitch gets by Jack Conley, and easily heading to second on a wild pitch is Monasterio. Will Brennan takes the ball outside. 4 straight balls from Lackney here. Said he was feeling really good today. I think he knew he was going to be called into the game for a little bit longer relief appearance here. Yesterday, Carlo Reyes got 3 innings of work. We should expect to see about the same from Lackney, especially with a shorter roster today. He's going to step off and look back at the runner on second. And that is a called strike for Lackney, so hopefully that can help him settle in. As he sets up on the first base side of the rubber out of the stretch, he'll come home. A pop-up in shallow center field. Kroon coming in. He'll make the catch, and that is going to make Monasterio forced to stay on second. So a big first out there for Nick Lackney.
The designated hitter, number 12.
And here is Bo Naylor, 1 for 2 today. Lackney takes a deep breath before coming home to Naylor. Looks like he hit him on the arm there. I think he was able to back out and get out of the way in time, though. Seems all right, so just going to be ball number 1. Lackney looks back at second. Now he's going to come home. Ripped down the right field line by Naylor, going back and into the pool. That ball goes. Another home run from the Akron RubberDucks as Bo Naylor adds 2 to the board for Akron, his 8th home run of the season. And that is going to make this ball game 6-2. As Lackney gives up a 2-run shot, but that will clear the bases. And heading up, Jose Fermin.
Third baseman, number 1, Jose Fermin.
Akron must be thrilled that there's 3 more games here to play at FirstEnergy Stadium. A heated liner rose foul for Mean. 0-1. Lackney just going to have to stay calm here. Pitch inside, 1-0. Out to center again. Kroon running over, but it's going to be Ortiz who calls him off for out number 2. Big out there for Lackney to recover after giving up a home run. And with 2 away, here's Marcos Gonzalez. Gonzalez 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts today. Probably happy that MacArthur is no longer in the game and at least gets to have an opportunity off someone else. Lackney, though, going to try for his final out of the inning. The first offering down and away. There's a ball on the board. Three straight balls here from Nick Lackney as Gonzalez very patient at the plate right now. And that'll be strike number 1. Lackney not giving up just yet. He'll stay in this at-bat. The sun officially setting here at FirstEnergy Stadium, but that will be ball number 4. So Gonzalez reaches for the first time today. And we'll have the number 9 hitter in Clark Scolamero head up to bat with a runner on and 2 outs. First pitch, an off-speed offering right on the inside corner. Beautiful pitch there by Nick Lackney for strike number 1. High pop-up. Conley rips off his mask. He'll slide into the netting, not be able to get to it in time. A good effort there by the catcher. And see him occasionally rocking the old school helmet and mask or the hockey helmet, but told me he's trying to transition just to the hockey helmet only. 1, he said, much cooler look. 2, the visibility is way better, which probably should be number 1, but can see a lot better out of the hockey helmet, he says. Which I think is probably more important. And not sure if I agree with him, if I think it's cooler. I actually really like the old school mask helmet, but obviously got to go with what is easier to play in, as Nick Lackney will get his first strikeout here to end the inning. And that is that in the 6th. 2 runs score off a home run from Bo Naylor, and it's 6-2 as we go into the home half of the 6th.
Better pitching runners and more runs batted in usually beats the competition. At CJ's Tire and Automotive, better selection, faster service, and more affordable options always beats the competition. When it comes to tires, CJ's MVP choice is a new set of Falken tires. Falken tires are known for handling, reliability, and value. And for more than 50 years, CJ's has been helping customers find the right tires at the right price. Together, Falken Tires and CJ's are a winning team. Stop in any time at your local CJ's or shop online at cjtires.com. CJ Tires and Automotive. Better, faster, and more reliable.
We've been privileged at ROG Orthodontics to be part of the local community for over 60 years, creating generations of fantastic smiles.
We're honored to be voted the #1 orthodontist year after year and proud to be the top Invisalign provider in the region.
We passionately believe we're changing lives every day right here in the community where we live.
We offer interest-free, flexible payment plans
And provide monthly scholarship programs for free braces.
Be sure to check out our magnet contest to win free braces.
We love seeing our patients' successes, knowing we had a part in changing lives.
One fantastic smile at a time.
Savage 61 is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoy an Our Phil's game, great food, music, and entertainment. The team will play as Los Luchadores de Reading Latino Tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage 61 Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive needs.
That's baseball town native Taylor Swift in the Slingshot Sing-Along. Brought to you by Fleetwood Bank. Hey kids, Screwball's headed back to the BTI mascot autograph booth in Bengal Privacy Funland. Head to Funland now for your chance to meet Screwball. Now pitching out of the Alberta University Golden Wolves bullpen, RubberDucks pitcher number 38, Jake Medley.
Call to the bullpen here in the bottom of the 6th inning as the Akron RubberDucks will tap into the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen, and their starter Logan Allen's day is done as he hands the ball over to Jake Mednick. Here in the bottom of the 6th, Reading now trails by 4. All the runs in this ball game still coming from home runs. 3 on the day for the RubberDucks, 2 for the Fightin' Phils. And Reading looking to chip into the lead here. We're merging past the middle part of this ball game right now. Jalen Ortiz is going to start us off here against the reliever Mednick. And he takes 2 straight balls. Once again, the wind has died down here at FirstEnergy Stadium. And coming home is Mednick. Ortiz fouls this one back up the roof. Jalen Ortiz steps into the righty batter's box. Monasterio is pretty much behind second as Ortiz fouls one back. The count evens 2-2. The final line on the starter Allen. 5 innings of work, 4 hits, 2 runs. They were earned, those 2 solo shots, and 8 strikeouts. So 18 total strikeouts on either side today from the starters. And Ortiz stays alive. Another foul ball on the roof. You can hear it roll all the way back, and it'll keep his 2-2 count. Reading has had 2 runs on 4 hits today. And they've only been issued 1 free pass so far, so only have stranded 3 runners today. That's really because they haven't had a lot on. Ortiz will take ball number 3 upstairs. Lots of Mednick fans in the stands today. They can tell. Ortiz with an open stance. Here's the payoff pitch. Another foul ball will go again. Bottom of the 6th inning, Reading trails by 4. Merging into the back part of this ball game. And Ortiz is going to take ball 4. So Reading is going to start off this 6th inning with a base runner. As Ortiz reaches first, here's Madison Stokes, who's been on twice today, once with a walk and once with his own solo shot. And Stokes will step in the righty batter's box, his first time facing the reliever Mednick. With Ortiz out on first. Doesn't have a stolen base here in Double-A, though, is shuffling quite far off the bag. And the pitch into Stokes is a strike. The count moves to 1-1. Swing and a miss from Stokes, down 1-2 right now. Mednick takes a deep breath before coming home. A foul ball into the stands. You can hear it trickle down a little bit. Another lefty here from the RubberDucks, so has a good vantage point of Ortiz out on first. And he comes home way upstairs to Madison Stokes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mednick has slowed down this game a little bit. I feel like the pitchers we've seen on either side have been pretty speedy so far today, but out of the stretch, the 2-2 in the dirt. And Stokes has worked his way back. Being down in the count, now it is full here off of the reliever. The payoff pitch to Stokes. He fouls it back. He'll continue once again. That's pitch number 6 of the at-bat. Mednick already up to 14 pitches with nobody out and a runner on here in the bottom of the 6th. Ortiz taking a small lead off of first. Instead, Mednick comes home inside, but it is a called strike 3 to Madison Stokes.
The left fielder, number 10.
And that'll be out number 1. Mednick from Coral Springs, Florida, has got quite the cheering section here at Reading, Pennsylvania. Can't tell if they're just local Indians fans, but they seem very aggressive here for Mednick, more than they were for Logan Allen. So gotta think there must be some sort of relation from him. Just taking a quick look at where everybody's from. Here on the RubberDucks roster, nobody is from the Northeast, which is very interesting. The closest person is North Carolina, which is, I would not even remotely call that the Northeast. Interesting how that works out. Josh Stephen takes a ball and a strike with a runner on first and 1 away. Strike number 2, called to Josh Stephen. Leaning over completely, Mednick. As Stephen takes a moment to get back in the batter's box. Ortiz still on first. Here's the pitch. Stephen chases down and away. Back-to-back strikeouts from the reliever Mednick. 2 outs on the board after a leadoff walk. And here's Grenny Kumana, 1 for 2 today. The righty Kumana on to face the lefty. Fouls the ball back into the stands. A good catch by a Phillies fan in an Alec Bohm jersey, nonetheless, a former Fightin himself. A runner on and 2 outs. Kumana takes a pitch inside. There's a ball. Ortiz still out on first. Been there since a leadoff walk. Reading trails by 4 in the bottom of the 6th inning. And Grenny Kumana sends this deep to left field. Running back, Scolamero on the warning track for out number 3. A very, very long ball by Grenny Kumana, just a foot shy of being over the fence. And as we head into the top of the 7th, Reading still trails by 4.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530. The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
RubberDucks, the right fielder number 4, Stephen Kwan.
Stephen Kwan is going to start things off as Nick Lackney comes back for another inning of work in the top of the 7th inning. Lackney let up a 2-run shot from Bo Naylor in the 6th. But he'll be back out on the 7th with the top of the order. A first pitch ball and then a called strike to Stephen Kwan. Stokes playing a little bit in at the hot corner. Other than that, everybody else back deep. And a long fly ball from Stephen Kwan will bounce off the wall. Kwan with aggressive base running all the way to second. He'll start off the top of the 7th with a double.
The shortstop number 9, Brian Rocchio.
Here's Brian Rocchio. here with a runner on sec. Corner infielders, runner on second. Corner infielders are in further. This bounces off the shin of Lackney, and it's a weird spot as Miller comes in, fields it, tosses it to Lackney, and the runner reaches first safely. Quan moving to third. That's just an unlucky play. Bounced off the shin of Lackney into no man's land up the first baseline. There was a hustle for it, but nobody able to get to it. And just a tough play. And so there's runners on the corners with nobody out. A wild pitch will allow a run to score. And now it is 7-2 as Quan scores and Rocchio shifts to second. Still nobody out here in the 7th. Nobody worming for Reading either. And a called strike into Lavastida. Wind is completely stopped here at the ballpark now. The flag out in center is down at the pole. Lackney coming home. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Rocchio out on second. Nobody out here in the top of the 7th. A run has scored as Reading trails by 5 now. Ground ball left side. Looks like it might have touched the base runner. Over to first goes Bryson Stott, and it does seem that Rocchio must have been able to hop over it. But it'll be 1 out as Lavastida down at first. And here's Andrew Monasterio with a runner on third and 1 away. Anayuri Zabala starting to warm now in Reading's bullpen. One ball, no strikes. Infield way in on that grass edge to protect a run. Conley stops a ball from getting past him in the dirt. Infield gonna stay in. 2 balls, no strikes to Monasterio. Lackney kicks and fires. Downstairs, 3-0. And there it is, a strike from Lackney, 3-1 now. And I'll have to battle in this at-bat. He'll get strike number 2. A big swinging strike from Monasterio. Makes it a full count now with 1 out on the board. The lefty Lackney kicks and fires home way upstairs, and he's going to end up walking Monasterio. So runners on the corners with 1 out on the board. And that will set Reading up, though, for the double play. Lackney just 1 ground ball so far, but that will probably be the end of the day for him. Manager Sean Williams coming out onto the mound. Zabala still warming up, so we'll see if Williams does take the ball here from Lackney. Usually it happens right away, but perhaps giving some instruction to his players instead, or giving Zabala some more time to warm up. Usually you don't see the manager come out. Usually you'll see the pitching coach, but Sean, very involved manager, loves the game. He's going to let Lackney stay in, and they'll see what he can do here in the top of the 7th. 1 out on the board, runners on the corners here. And it's Will Brennan, 0 for 3 today. Just 1 of 2 batters for Akron not to reach first yet. And the lefty bat will face the lefty Nick Lackney. Runners on the corners here, one out, the first offering. Down and away, a swinging strike. Good stop by Conley to keep it in front of him. An offering in the dirt. 1-1. Infield back up into normal positions now with runners on the corners, though if I had to say, more shallow than further back. In the dirt, a great stop by Conley, and I guess that'll go in as a stolen base as the runner moves to second. And Monasterio, a stolen base, will allow two runners to be in scoring position, and that's a bummer because that kind of gets rid of the double play option. So the infield will come in again as they can't turn the double play anymore. And out to center field, it's going to drop in front of Kroon. This will score a run. A base hit off of Will Brennan continues this inning, and it is 8-2 now as this game is quickly getting away from the Reading Fightin' Phils. And now Sean Williams will come in to probably take the ball away from Lackney. Zabala has had a little bit more time to warm up. And Williams comes out now, takes the ball away from his reliever. We're going to take a short break as we get a call from the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen.
Unlike any other stadium, the Stadium 61 dugout suite puts you at the closest seat to the action on field, located just feet away from the diamond on the first base side. With covered seating, ability and motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around, your group will thank you over and over again for a one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the dugout suite are $27 and include options to add food or drink packages. For the first time ever, the Reading Fightin' Phils are pleased to present you their classic game program all electronically. This program has information on the coaching staff, player rosters, and front office staff. It also includes featured stories and alumni reports, all on the favorite guys who spent their time in baseball town. Visit rphils.com/programs to check it out.
Purchase a bank of tickets to be used throughout the Fightin' Phils season. The Flex Bank lets you use the number of tickets you need when you need them. You will have an online Flex Bank account which allows you to use your bank of tickets or vouchers to redeem for game tickets whenever you need them. You can also reserve your game tickets from your Flex Bank by contacting the ticket office or redeeming in person at the stadium. Visit rphils.com or call the office at 610-370-BALL for more information about the Flex Bank ticket packages and all the exciting ways you can get tickets to a FirstEnergy Stadium game.
The designated hitter number 12, Bo Naylor.
Back in action here in the 7th. Zabala comes in for Nick Lackney, inheriting two runners and just one out on the board. He'll get a fly ball to shallow left field. All over it is the left fielder Steven, and he's able to throw it back in before the runner could tag. So Zabala will get another out on the board.
Jose Fermin.
As Jose Fermin heads to the plate, still with runners on the corners, but two away now. Zabala inheriting two runners, so Lackney's line is not closed right now. And we've seen Zabala back in Tuesday's game, one inning of work to hit 3 runs, all earned. But he also struck out the side, which is pretty impressive to do. send a ball into Jose Fermin. It's been all over Reading in this series. Middle infielders will take a step back. Luke Miller holding the runner on. Chasing is Fermin. And that'll make the count 1-1. Down and away. Good block by Connolly is ball number 2. Dead ball as Zabala hits Jose Fermin with a pitch. So that is going to load the bases as Fermin heads down to first. Will Brennan to second, and Montasurio, who was already on third. So bases loaded here for Anaures Zabala. 2 outs on the board, though. He'll face the number 8 hitter in Marcos Gonzalez, a pair of strikeouts and a walk to his name. Zabala, the righty, looks over at the runner on third. He'll come home. 98 is down and away. Ball number 1. Infield back deep here. Outfield is as well with the bases loaded. Reading already trails by 6 in this ball game. That's ball number 2 off the hands of Zabala. He reaches 100 on the radar gun. Still the only pitcher to reach triple digits here at FirstEnergy Stadium. And he kicks and fires. That is a strike right down the middle. An off-speed pitch fools Gonzalez. Swing and a miss. Strike number 2. Zabala 1 strike away from getting out of this inning with the bases loaded by the RubberDucks. They already lead by 6 runs here in the top of the 7th. The righty sets up. Here's the 2-2. Good frame by Conley. But he doesn't get the call he's looking for. It's a full count now. As the fans are invested here, they want to see strike number 3 by the hard-throwing reliever. And here's the pitch, runners going. And it is ball 4, so Zabala will walk in a run as Akron leads 9-2 right now. Everybody advances a bag as Gonzalez issued his 2nd free pass today. So he'll get a fresh count as Clark Scolamero heads up. He's 1 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts and a base hit. And he'll have the bases loaded as well with 2 outs. With Scolamero heading up to the plate, Akron will bat through the order here in the top of the 7th. 2 outs on the board. Zabala's first pitch is a ball. This one high in the sky in foul territory. And that's strike number 1. Brennan on third, Fermin on second, Gonzalez on first. Zabala kicks and fires home. A liner that is just foul up the third base side. That's strike number 2. Man, that was smoked by Scolamero. 1 ball, 2 strikes now, 2 outs on the board. The bases are loaded here, and Anaures Zabala once again, a strike away from getting out of this inning. Foul ball left side. It's going to end up in the grandstand, though, and we're going to have to go again. Zabala kicks and fires home. That'll be strike number 3 as down goes Scolamero. He'll get out of the inning, but walked in a run, though that run reverts back to Nick Lackney. So the RubberDucks lead by 7 now. We'll take stretch time at the ballpark before Reading returns to bat.
There you are in the great wide open when you hear it. Dinner time. When you're hungry, you're not going to let 5,000 feet of mountain get in your way. And if they try, that's what Kia's lineup of exceptionally capable SUVs with available all-wheel drive is for. The Telluride, Sorento, Sportage, and Seltos are how you know we take this pretty seriously. The SUVs and the dinner. Hurry into your local Kia dealer today. Kia, movement that inspires.
Visit kia.com for details. Always drive safely.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G coverage and speed. No one else covers more Americans with the fastest 5G. The R-Phils are proud to introduce T-Mobile as the title sponsor of our Plaza stage. Fightin' Phils fans can continue to expect great performances on game days and non-game days. The T-Mobile stage is home to great bands, such as the Truest Fightin's mascot band and many others. It will also continue to house great musical performances during the off-season.
Unlike any other area at FirstEnergy Stadium, the Stadium 61 Dugout Suite puts you at the closest seat to the action on field, located just feet away from the diamond on the first base side. With covered seating, ability and motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around, your group will thank you over and over again for a one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the Dugout Suite are $27 and include options to add food or drink packages.
Lucy Sullivanson, you can claim your prize at the customer service booth. Now pitching out of the Alberta University Golden Wolves bullpen, RubberDucks pitcher number 26, Aaron Pinto. Now batting for Los Luchadores, the first baseman number 2, Lou Miller.
Well, 3 runs score in the top of the 7th, so Reading trails by 7 now here going into the bottom half. A wonderful 7th inning stretch at the ballpark. Fans really invested in the take me out to the ball game. Luke Miller sends one deep into center field. Coming over is Will Brennan. He'll make the catch. There's one away.
The second baseman number 7.
Here's Chris Cornelius, 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts today. Akron 9 runs on 10 hits, Reading 2 runs on 4 hits, both of those coming from solo shots thanks to Bryson Stott and Madison Stokes. Nobody's made an error in the field. Called strike to Chris Cornelius to start off his at-bat. A pitching change. A call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen as Mednick hands the ball off to Aaron Pinto here for the bottom of the 7th. A swinging strike from Cornelius makes his count 0-2. Pinto fires down and away. Good block by his catcher, Lavastida. And that's the first ball Cornelius sees. The group area is filled here at FirstEnergy Stadium tonight. Lots of people out in that left field deck and pub area. The 67 Club is always packed, and a great night for kids out in the pool area. In right field, they even got an opposing home run in and there. Cornelius chases down and away. That is strike at number 3. And here's Jack Conley with 2 away. 0 for 2 with a pair of fly balls. And Connolly Settles into the righty batter's box. Pinto leans over, gets the sign from his catcher. Now the first righty of the day for Akron. Send a ball outside. Infield back deep except for the first baseman, Gonzalez. And Pinto kicks and fires Conley. Strike one. A deep breath by Pinto before he comes home. Strike number two as Conley goes down to his knee. One ball, two strikes, 2 outs on the board here for Reading. And Conley, strike number 3, as that'll do it for the Fightin' Phils in the bottom of the 7th. They go down in order, and we go back to the top of the 8th with Anaure Zabala. Reading trails by 7.
Now let's go to our host in the crowd.
The Acme Distribution Center in Denver, Pennsylvania is hiring warehouse positions now. Attend Acme's job fair Saturday, August 28th at 500 South Muddy Creek Road in Denver, Pennsylvania. Starting rate of $19.30 per hour, including premiums. Potential first-year earnings of over $50,000. Acme offers industry-leading benefit packages with family coverage and a $2,500 retention bonus. Hiring this Saturday, August 28th. To learn more or register, go to hiringeventdenverpa.com. Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs. Established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania. Located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown in Sinking Spring, the Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf on a traditional championship-style golf course where shot making takes precedence over length. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information.
Into the top of the 8th we go, as Zabala will come out for another inning of work. Got 2 outs to end the top of the 7th. Did walk in a run, but it'll go back to Nick Lackney, and did record 1 strikeout. So as the RubberDucks batted through the order, Zabala will have to face off the top once again with Stephen Kwan. He's had a 2-hit day. Infield back deep here for Kwan as the wind once again pushing out to center field. The first offering from Zabala. Ball 1. Checking in around the league, Philadelphia still trailing by 4. They're in the bottom of the 7th at Citizens Bank Park. And Lehigh Valley is up 2. There in the end of the 3rd inning, Adam Leverett has pitched 1 hit ball through 3 innings, no runs, 4 strikeouts. And I do believe because of the rain delay, Luis Severino did not start for the Rail Riders. And Lehigh Valley's runs come from Ruben Tejada. Jersey Shore is up by 5 runs there in the bottom of the 7th. As Kwan takes another ball, it's 3-1 here from Anaure Zabala. Out to deep center field. Matt Kroon tracking back overhead. He'll make the catch, bouncing into the wall. Absolutely robs Stephen Kwan. A huge play from Matt Kroon for out number 1. Logan O'Hoppe, his 17th home or double of the season, drove in a run for the Jersey Shore Blue Claws. He's been having a stellar season, a big catching prospect for the High A leagues. He's had a 3-hit day over in Jersey Shore, so that affiliate's having a nice game. Brian Orocchio takes the first pitch strike from Zabala. One away here in the top of the 8th inning as we get into the back part of this ball game. The righty kicks and fires outside. 1-1. This one sent deep to left. Steven at the warning track. He'll make the catch. 2 long fly balls from Akron, but just not enough on them as there's 2 away. Here's Brian Lavastida now. So both their catchers here, their main catchers, Bo Naylor and Brian Lavastida, top prospects as Naylor's number 3. And Lavastida is number 24 in the Indian system. He'll come up with 2 outs here. Lavastida 0 for 4 today. He's also played a lot of time at third base, but the Indians drafted him really as a catcher. And he'll send this one into left field. It'll drop in front of Steven. His first base hit of the day. He'll keep things going in the top of the 8th for the RubberDucks.
The second baseman, number 6,
and here's Andrew Monasterio with 1 on and 2 away. Line drives are Lavastida's thing. And he really showcased it there, plating 1 out to left field, putting it in the right position, right in no man's land, where the shortstop and the left fielder didn't have time to get to it. First pitch ball to Monasterio. Second pitch is a called strike. Down and away, strike 2. And Zabala, 1 strike away from getting out of this inning without allowing a run. 97 still from Anaures. This one's in the dirt. Good block by Jack Conley. Zabala kicks and fires home. A high pop-up into shallow shortstop area. Bryson Stott tracking back just 1 step on the grass. He'll make the catch. And that is out number 3 as the RubberDucks strand a base runner going into the home half of the 8th. Reading trails by 7.
Shots Electric has been in business 45 years. Tompkins Vist Bank does everything for us, from our banking to our insurance. They provided us new ideas and solutions. For example, remote deposit. It's very convenient because it's 24/7. I'm confident Tompkins Vist will be with us in the future.
Tompkins Vist Bank and Tompkins Insurance. Service, stability, strength. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Tompkins Insurance products are not FDIC insured and are not bank guaranteed.
The Fightins feature special pregame happy hours every Monday through Thursday at the Yingling Hometown Tap Room. Tompkins Vist Bank Plaza opens at least 2 hours before game time for all happy hours. In addition to $1 off Rusty Rail Brewing thanks to Windsor Distributing, all happy hours feature live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's happy hour every Monday through Thursday home games thanks to Rusty Rail Brewing and Windsor Distributing.
The Reading Fightin' Phil's birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admissions tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
will come in for another inning of work here in the bottom of the 8th. He sat down the Fightin Phils in order, but that was the 7, 8, and 9. Now he'll face off against the 1, 2, 3 batters in Reading's lineup as Matt Kroon will start things off here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Akron 9 runs on 11 hits. Reading 2 runs on 4 hits. As Reading only has 2 more half innings to bat here. The home team, though, will get the opportunity to bat last in the bottom of the 9th. Brian Marconi is warming up for Reading. Obviously, not a safe situation, but they will go with Marconi for the top of the 9th inning, it looks like, as Matt Kroon takes the first pitch strike. Despite the large lead by the RubberDucks, both teams have had a lot of strikeouts as Fightin's pitchers have struck out the RubberDucks 12 times so far in this ballgame, and Reading has struck out 9 times on their end. Matt Kroon takes a ball. 1-1. Pinto kind of looks up towards the light in left field. He looks like he's angling his head a little bit up. A lot of times guys will just stare at something in order to settle themselves. And he'll send it to strike number 2 here to Matt Kroon. Pinto kicks and fires. And that is called strike 3 there to Matt Kroon as he's rung up by Kelvis Velez. And out number 1 for the Fightins here in the bottom of the 8th. Bryson Stott, 1 for 3 today. His 1 is a big one. 6th home run of the season. And it's 1 of 2 runs on the board for Reading right now. Bryson Stott hammers this pitch out to left, going back. Scolamero, a 2-home run day for Bryson Stott. His 8th of the 7th of the season as he rounds third. 2 home runs for Bryson Stott today. He'll put the Fightins' 3rd run on the board. And Reading trails by 6 now here in the 8th.
The right fielder, number 13, Jalen Ortiz.
A long ball out to left. And he'll cap off his day with another home run. Here's Jalen Ortiz. Ortiz up the 3rd baseline, but it's foul, 1-1. Ortiz takes strike number 2. Looking for his first hit today, though has had a walk back in the 6th. Swing and a miss. Ortiz down on strikes. That's out number 2. And strikeout number 4 for Aaron Pinto here in relief. And Madison Stokes will head up to the dish with 2 away. He's also done it before, a home run in the 4th. We'll see if he can do it again, as Stott just had his 2nd moments earlier. Stokes chases a high fastball from Pinto, 0-1. Fireworks post-game tonight, and then tomorrow, our Mega Blast show. And free baseball to doubleheader beginning at 4:30. Stokes pokes this one the opposite way. He's down by 2. Pinto takes a deep breath. He'll look at his catcher. He'll come home with the 0-2 upstairs. Stokes holds off. Something I've noticed is Lavacita will throw the ball back to his pitcher so fast. Just keeping this game moving here. The 1-2 from Pinto. Slow roller off the bat of Stokes is foul. He'll get to go again. And strike 3 as Stokes goes down swinging. And Pinto strikes out the side, but he does allow a solo shot to Bryson Stott. And it is now Akron 9, Reading 3 here in the top of the 9th at FirstEnergy Stadium. Brian Marcotti coming in to pitch.
4,191. PSECU is proud to be one of the largest credit unions in Pennsylvania.
Our goal is making a professional staff member to answer all of your questions and listen to all of your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership on Pottsville Pike today.
The R. Phils and Savage 61 are excited to bring you Fightin's baseball live from the comfort of your own home. If you are listening to this now, you're probably watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. Thanks for tuning in, and feel free to check us out on rphils.com/pressbox for all the elite baseball information on the Fightin' Phils. The world-famous Fightin' Phils mascot band celebrates its 21st season in 2021, with pregame concerts starting Saturdays in May thanks to Truist. You heard right, actual mascots playing in a rock and roll band. See Quack the Rubber Duck on lead vocals and guitar, Screwball on drums, Bucky on bass, Change Up on bongos, and Blooper on lead guitar. A real band jamming on the T-Mobile stage before Saturday games this season. Don't miss the one-of-a-kind Fightin' Phils mascot band. Pre-game on Saturdays thanks to Truist.
A call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen here for the 9th inning. Brian Marconi comes in to pitch for Reading here. They trail by 6. And he will face off against Will Brennan, his first offering a ball. The lefty inside, ball number 2. He's been absolutely stellar in relief for Reading since joining the team a couple months ago from Jersey Shore. He's really been their go-to back of the bullpen, if not the closer. Obviously not a safe situation here, but still coming in to finish the game. In 23 appearances, Brian Marconi has had 20 of them scoreless. So that is 87% scoreless appearances from Brian Marconi, which is very impressive. His last outing versus Richmond, 1 inning of work, no hits, and 2 strikeouts as he gets Brennan to foul one back, evening the count at 2. And it looks like Akron's warming somebody, so we'll not go with Pinto for the bottom of the 9th. Marconi needs to shut down these batters here as Reading trails by 6 in the final inning of work. Ground ball left side on 2 hops. Bryson Stott fires over to first. There's one away. Bryson Stott just makes those plays look easy. Sometimes when they take hops off the dirt, it can be hard to judge, how high they're going to bounce up. But he makes the play, and a hard throw over to first, 1 out. Here's Bo Naylor. He's had a home run of his own today, 2 for 4. His first offering is a called strike.
The safety nets are provided thanks to Access Industries and Safety Edge.
Strike number 2, another foul ball from Naylor. Then he takes the ball outside, 1-2. 1 out on the board here in the top of the 9th inning. And this one's in the dirt, evens the count, 2-2. Infield back deep. Here's the wind starting to push out from center once again. Lots of fans in the ballpark waiting for some post-game fireworks. This one sent high in the sky. Cornelius all over it at second base. He's going to track it behind the bag. A quick out, number 2 for Marconi. And here's Jose Fermin. 1 for 3. Also hit by a pitch.
Jose Fermin.
Called strike to Fermin to start off this at-bat. Marconi dealing here. Usually 2 appearances per series from Brian Marconi, as he's been a stellar pickup from the organization out of George Mason. Here's the 1-1. Called strike 2. Fermin stays alive, fouls it back into the stands, kind of trails all the way down. And we'll go again. Marconi looking for a 1-2-3 ninth. The lefty kicks and fires the 1-2 upstairs. And Fermin stays alive. On deck, Marcos Gonzalez with the most interesting line today. 2 strikeouts and 2 walks. Ground ball left side on the run. Bryson Stott over to first. 1-2-3 from Brian Marconi to shut down the Akron RubberDucks. Reading will have 3 outs in the bottom of the 9th. They're down by 6 here at FirstEnergy Stadium.
The final pregame happy hours every Monday through Thursday at the Yuengling Hometown Tap Room. Tompkins Bank Plaza opens at least 2 hours before game time for all happy hours. In addition to $1 off Rusty Rail Brewing thanks to Windsor Distributing, all happy hours feature live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's happy hour every Monday through Thursday home games thanks to Rusty Rail Brewing and Windsor Distributing.
Savage 61 is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoy an art-filled game, great food, music, entertainment, and so much more here at the ballpark. The team will play as the Los Luchadores and will be wearing their Los Luchadores de Reading Latino tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage 61 Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive deals.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
University Golden Roads bullpen, RubberDucks pitcher number 41, Ben Kraut. Batting for Los Luchadores, the left fielder number 10, Josh Stephen.
A call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen for the RubberDucks in the bottom of the ninth as Josh Stephen is going to step up. Reading trails by 6 runs here, and they'll have 3 outs to work with as Ben Kraut sends a ball to Josh Stephen. Stephen steps out for a minute. Now he'll head back into the lefty batter's box to face the lefty reliever for Akron. Ices this one up the first baseline, but it's foul. There's strike number 1. Another foul ball from Stephen, 1 and 2. Reading will have 3 outs to work with. Akron 9 runs on 11 hits. Reading 3 runs on 5 hits. And Stephen sends this one sky high. It's in foul territory. Lavastida rips off his mask. That'll be out number 1.
The designated hitter number 3, Rennie Kumana.
Here's Grenny Kumana with 1 away. Kumana's 1 for 3. And he'll take a ball outside. Infield backs up. The offering from Kraut fouled back into the net. Kumana holds off on a ball outside. Here's the 2-1 from Kraut. He sends it deep to left field. Scolamero all over it at the warning track. A long fly ball from Grenny Kumana results in out number 2.
Luke Miller.
And here's Luke Miller as Reading is down to their final out. Miller stepping into the righty batter's box. He's 0 for 3 today. Strikeout and 2 fly balls. Reading trails by 6 here. in the bottom of the ninth as Miller fouls back the first pitch he sees. He'll chase down and away for strike number 2. Reading has had 3 solo home runs today, 2 from Bryson Stott that bookended his at-bats, and 1 from Madison Stokes in the middle of the ball game. Miller sends it up the first baseline, but it dribbles foul. He'll hang on. Chris Cornelius on deck should we get to him. Krauth, the 0-2. Another foul ball. This time it's in the sky up into the right field grandstand, and Miller stays alive. Two outs here in the top of the 9th inning. Reading trails by 6. They're down to their final out. Tomorrow, 2 games, a doubleheader beginning at 4:30. And we'll cap it off with Mega Blast. This hits Miller in the ankle. A tough spot. He's not wearing any Evo Shield shin guards down there, but he seems to be okay. As he walks gingerly down to first, turns it into a light jog. And Reading is going to continue this bottom of the 9th as Miller heads to first. Here is Chris Cornelius, who is due for something since he struck out 3 times so far. So 2 games tomorrow. First game 4:30. We'll take a 30-minute break between the 2 games. Cornelius left side. They're going to go the easy way to second base, and that'll end this ball game on a fielder's choice. Reading drops game at number 3, 9-3 here at FirstEnergy Stadium. But there were some highlights in there tonight. James MacArthur's career high 10 strikeouts, and of course those 3 solo shots. So we'll see you tomorrow at 4:30 for a doubleheader against the Akron RubberDucks. Emily Messina on the airwaves. Thanks for listening, our Phils fans.